Ain't that dirty.
How you doing, Mike? What's going on?
Great, man. I'm doing great.
You looking good in this scooter, man.
It's hot.
So what's going on? What's new?
Nothing.
What you doing around here, Mike? What's going on?
It was hot, so I came around today.
Yeah. Mike, I want to hear about how you used to beat up drug addicts. What was that about? Y'all used to keep drug addicts out the neighborhood?
You never heard nobody get involved in a drug addict in it. Back in the 60s and 70s. Damn.
You used to be a who?
We used to beat the pimps up there on Hunts Point.
Oh, yeah? Pimps? Y'all used to beat up pimps?
Yeah. Screw them women.
They beat them up and screw their women?
Yeah. we used to act like cops.
Yeah?
Oh, man, don't turn that shit off.
Yeah? But why would you beat up a pimp?
My first car was a Plymouth Fury. Looked like a cop car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who'd you use? Cop or something?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It used to be a couple of us.
Why y'all used to beat up pimps, though? What was that about?
They used to kick girls' asses.
Okay.
So we kicked their ass.
So y'all felt like y'all was doing good? Positive?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said that he got food.
You don't hit no woman.
What's that shit?
Hit a woman, you a bitch ass nigga.
What years was this? Was y'all running up on pimps?
70, 71, 70. We still was in the game.
Yeah? And y'all used to beat up drug addicts?
Oh man, we used to beat the shit out of drug addicts.
Why?
Especially if they came in the neighborhood.
Why?
Why? Because they just snatch pocketbooks and all that other stupid shit. Some of the spades and them used to do that later on.
Right.
But that was forbidden.
So y'all felt like y'all was doing good?
Yeah. Kept them out the pocket.
But listen, man, I'm doing these interviews and the name Blackjack coming up. And they were talking about how Blackjack was robbing everybody. I thought you said y'all didn't rob.
Blackjack, Cleveland brother.
Okay.
Little Jack's brother.
Okay.
Was a monster.
Yeah.
He was a monster. He was a monster. And nobody could handle him. Nobody other projects could handle him.
So you saying Blackjack was the problem?
Was the beast.
He was the beast.
He was a beast. He would stick up everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He would stick out, rest his soul. Yo, that was my.
Oh, he passed away.
Yeah, they had to do something. There was no way he couldn't handle him. Could not handle him.
But listen, man, I'm doing these interviews and the name Blackjack coming up. And they were talking about how Blackjack was robbing everybody. I thought you said y'all didn't rob.
No, we didn't rob.
Right.
Blackjack started robbing later on, man.
Later on?
Yeah, when he was younger and, when he was the spades and shit, no. No.
So the spade wasn't about robbing?
Hell no.
They say he was sticking up everybody.
At one time, yeah, I could verify that.
Yeah?
That was later on, like in the late 70s.
Late 70s.
80s. Yeah, he wasn't doing that shit in the early 70s and all that bullshit. Hell no.
But he was a spade. He was original though, right?
Yeah, he's a spade.
Yeah. That's what give y'all that reputation for being like stick-up dudes, though, you know?
Reputation? Who?
Y'all got a reputation of being violent, stick-up. What you heard of the Black Spade? What you heard about them?
Well, I knew they were rough. I heard they were rough, notorious, and I thought they was, stick-up boys.
Right.
I thought they were just like any other gang out here. You know what I'm saying? Fighting and just wild.
We ain't no motherfucking violent people. We ain't no violent. Yeah, we just be violent on other gangs.
Right.
and other niggas that were doing wrong.
Right.
We was like... Hey, you trashy. Shut up, you piece of shit. Shut up, shithead. Shut up, shithead.
What's up, my brother?
What's up? How you feel, man?
Okay.
What's up, Tiny? Mom, man, I just lost $10 too, man. Yeah, you got $5? Good looking out, man. I'm so broke, man. I couldn't.
I know you.
Right now, I'm so broke right now. If they would sell the Bronx for a quarter, I have to move to Manhattan. I ain't gonna lie, I would have to move to Manhattan. Who?
Full of shit, Mike.
Who is that?
Cowboy.
What cowboy?
Yeah, who's Cowboy, man? I keep hearing about Cowboy.
I want to call you Michael Wayne all the time.
Yo, Cal! Don't go nowhere! Don't go nowhere! Stand here! Stand here! Stand here! Upstairs! Don't go nowhere! Don't go nowhere, you picklehead motherfucker! Just come in.
Don't waste my time, man.
Man, ain't nobody wasting your. You don't bring your ass over here.
Mike, got a pin on you?
Nah, you don't waste your time.
Got a pin on you, dude.
Nigga, I don't waste nobody's time.
Yeah.
Wait, I got Matt Marcus. Okay.
I don't waste nobody's time.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, where's my fucking phone, man?
Come on, man. I gotta go,
He
man.
got him in the building.
I got his number.
You mean you don't pick up the phone for nobody? Shut the fuck up. You don't pick up the phone for nobody. Pick up. Yeah.
Your name. Nobody wanna pick up for you, Mike Wayne.
Oh man, good looking out. Oh shit, I love you, baby. I love you. My number is 91.
Okay, is it ringing? Yo, is it ringing? Yo, yeah, you
Me, Snoopy, Blackie, Guru, and Chew on Eyewitness News.
Right.
And Monk, we was on Eyewitness News.
Right.
We talking about how gangs, you know, why we formed the Black Spades. We
Right.
told them why, you know, take care of our facility, you know, our area.
Right.
And all of a sudden they started, because word was out. That ain't it. That ain't it. The word was out that we was notorious. We was robbing people and all that.
Okay.
Doing that shit.
Okay, so y'all went on David Susskind and say y'all wasn't
David
wrong.
said, yeah, we was on a number of shows. But I can't remember all of them.
Okay.
You know, because that's how my mom found out I was in the game.
Right.
She see my Eyewitness News. I put on sunglasses to make it so she can see me, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And so from there, I think they approached it. Bob Hopkins, because he was our lawyer.
Okay.
And they wanted the movie is about with the movie. They wanted to make a movie coming up.
Right.
I didn't think I knew what the name was, and they just got stars and all that to play that shit. But they wanted us, but we were at the studio.
Okay. So they approached a lawyer
Rob
about
Hopkins.
getting y'all to do a movie.
Yeah.
Was it called The Warriors? Do you remember?
Nah, I can't remember what it's gonna be called.
It was gonna be a different name.
Yeah.
And they wanted y'all to do what? What did they want y'all to do?
The movie about us. A movie
About y'all.
Space, yeah.
But what was the plot? Like, was it like the same thing? Like y'all was,
Same thing.
and y'all was supposed to be running on the run or something like that?
Run to the Bronx.
Run to the Bronx.
Yeah.
And what, y'all didn't like that or something?
No, we just acted like a fool. We was kids, man. We didn't realize, shit like that. What money we could have made and all that.
Yeah.
I say we was stupid.
Right.
Right. And, I can't really explain it all to you, man. I tell you bits and parts about that. A lot of people that was there.
Okay.
Okay. But when it comes to me, I'll let you know everything. Because I got to go see Desi and all that. Matter of fact, Desi come to see me anyway.
Oh, yeah? All right. So, what about the thing on Castle Hill? Give me the story on that. When they stabbed you, what happened?
Oh, we was up there. We went to a party.
Right.
It was like 7 of us.
Right.
We was in a party.
Right.
Up in Castle Hill. Castle Hill hated us.
Right.
Matter of fact, everybody hated us.
Right.
And, we was up there, we were drunk, high, and everywhere we went, the women used to go crazy over us.
Okay.
So we was in there, and all of a sudden, Chew the Frog, I was having a fight, I guess over some women, because the women started coming over to us. All of a sudden, the fight just broke out.
Okay.
7 of us against the project.
Wow.
We was whipping their ass.
Wow.
I'm not bragging, no, we was whipping their ass.
Against the whole project?
Against the whole project, 7 of us.
And this is, what year is this?
It's like 71 or 72.
71, 72.
Yeah.
And what was y'all dressed like? What was?
We had our glory stompers on.
Wow.
Our colors, long army coats.
Wow.
We were dressed like gang members, like regular,
like young gangsters,
outlaws. We were just like outlaws.
Outlaws.
Yeah. They didn't like us. They didn't like us. And we was kicking their wall. We was kicking their behind. We was knocking them out. We was all wine them, reefed up and acid up at the time.
Right.
And we didn't feel nothing, they was growing. So all of a sudden, God bless the dead, Taboo, Spanky was playing with a knife. Taboo took it from Spanky and stabbed me.
Wow.
I was stabbed.
Wow. Oh, Taboo stabbed you.
Yeah.
Wow. He took it from Spanky and stabbed you.
Yeah.
This is during, that's what started the fight or what?
No, we were fighting already.
Oh.
We was knocking these, we wasn't feeling no pain. We was knocking these niggas out.
Wow.
We was knocking them out.
So Taboo was there. I heard that name. That's a.
It was me, Blackie, Monk, Smiley, Spanky, Tony Payne,
Right.
Chew and Frog.
Okay.
And Desi was there. Man, we beat the shit out the motherfucker. We was going, man, I got me stabbed me. When the Taboo stabbed me, I didn't even know I was stabbed. I was fighting. Until one night, I put through a punch and the blood just gushed it out. And
Wow.
I just seen a big patch of blood on the back of my coat.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, they ran out the center. And Mally and Blackie said, Fat Mike's still in there. They went in there and got me.
You fell out or something?
Yeah, I fell down. Yeah. I lost a lot of blood.
You lost consciousness?
Yeah. I lost a lot of blood.
Where they stabbed you? Let me see. Where they stabbed you?
Stabbed in the back and came through the front.
They stabbed you in the
front and put
Right.
the hole in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was knocking the niggas out.
So let me ask you, if that was your style with the army coats and the boots and the hood, y'all had hoodies maybe?
Yeah, we had hoodies, we had dungaree jackets.
Was they dressed like that too?
Nah, hell no.
They wasn't dressed like that?
Nah.
What was they dressed like? Like what?
Nah, you regular. They thought they were cool guys.
Cool guys.
Yeah. We could dress if we wanted to.
Right.
And otherwise, shit, we just.
How much time we spend here at Bloomberg?
Man, we shut down that whole project.
Right.
For 3 days.
Yeah.
Shut down the whole project. Man, they hated us.
Yeah.
Truly hated us. So we kicked their ass.
Right. And that's how, but that became like a generational thing because even in my generation, we didn't get along with Castle Hill.
We made it that way. So we kicked their ass. It's your generation game.
Right.
They had their generation and their younger generation.
Right.
Yo, hate Bronx still. Y'all kicked their ass. Y'all followed in our footsteps.
Right.
We kicked their ass and then y'all kicked their ass.
Right.
Castle Hill hated us.
Right.
Every project didn't like us.
What do you mean? Sammy was with y'all, right?
But they really didn't like us.
Monroe was with y'all.
Well, we made Monroe join them.
Y'all made him join, yeah?
Yeah, Monroe Spider, we broke that shit up quick.
Yeah.
We broke that shit up quick. They all joined us.
Alright.
Yeah, but that's how it was.
Yeah.
So I'll give you some more words. So I'm running to Desi, I'll let you know everything.
Alright.
But Desi's the only one around. But we still looking for Monk.
I don't want nobody talking about this here. Nobody. Because they talk about, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't know nothing about no space. We don't start this system. They can't tell us what happened over here. They don't even know the history of who the president was, what day it started. They don't know nothing. They don't even know why we started. By the time it got to them, they thought we was just a gang. That was it. And that wasn't our mindset. They don't know. Our mindset in today's terminology would actually be we were community activists at the age of 12. Yeah, tell you, man. Tell them. That's what we were. Tell them. Right. We were 12. We were 12, 11, 13 years old. We was already freedom fighters. We wasn't taking nothing off of nobody. Right. We came up in that era. Our parents wouldn't allow us to take nothing off nobody. Like I said, how we grew up, we couldn't even go in some stores because you stores were black men. Right. Macy's, Corvettes, whatever else was around. You couldn't go in there.
No. And the top of it all, my mom didn't know I was in the space until she see me on Eyewitness News.
arthritis are setting in.
She seen me on
It's something in a lot of our homes we had to keep on the low. At least for us over here in the first division, like I said, we come from good families. Our moms and paps, it wasn't having that. They were sending us to school, we had nice clothes, good food to eat all the time. Wasn't on no drugs. But our main objective was we was not going to be walking around out here getting chased every day by somebody beating us with sticks, calling us niggas. We had enough of that growing up.
No.
We had enough. Even when we went to school, we was outnumbered.
We
was outnumbered by every race but ours. You could say we was the settlers of this neighborhood. For sure.
People forgot about Jim Crow. 50s and 60s.
No, well, we didn't forget. That's why we became who we became.
Yo, man.
We was dead in the midst of that.
We're going to get the whole thing straight. And the whole thing about that, all right, like I said, we started the rap, we started the hip hop because then it erupted. Well, not just one person started it.
It was a group. It was a group.
Everybody, like
culture.
you said,
It was a culture.
Yeah, the culture. We played and playing the seeds all around. And not just one gang, not just a Spade, the Seven Immortal, the Ghetto Brothers, Seven Skulls. Everybody had their own little dance to it. They had a little Latin stuff to it. We had a little African Congo in our dance. So that's how that went. It wasn't just one person. Once one person claiming it, it's not right.
No.
It's not one culture
can't
do it. And another thing about the Black Spades, the Black Spades wasn't just black. We had Hispanic, we had white, we had all people in here.
Casanova all over, you couldn't stop it.
Casanova was about 200-300 strong.
Casanova all over, you couldn't stop it.
South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx.
Patterson and Millbrook projects, Patterson and Millbrook projects. Casanova all over, you couldn't stop it. It was 76 to 1980. It was 76 to 1980.
South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx.
Okay.
South Bronx.
Okay, I'm here with. Introduce yourself.
My name is Marion Frampton, but they call me Tiny.
Right. Okay. I've seen you around. I'm doing the Black Spade thing, New Direction.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Like where?
TBS New Direction is. I brought that back into existence. As everybody knows, TBS stands for the Black Spades.
Right.
As you know, our founders, when the Black Spades came into existence in 1968, they didn't come into existence as no gang or nothing like that. They came into existence to work within their projects up in the Soundview, Bronxdale area. And as time prolonged and the leadership turned over, it just evolved around the police department and them calling us gangs, because you know you get 5 or more, and plus we black, so they start calling us gangs and savages, things like that. But the mission of the Black Spades in 1968-69 was basically, you understand, standing up for their community and just making sure that there was no robbery, no crimes, and trying to keep the drugs out. So today, I joined the Spades in 1971. I became supreme spokesman of the South Bronx. I was in the 17th Division. And my mission today is just more or less bring back what our founders tried to create. And that is working in the community, doing what we can to give back, working with our youth. And that's my mission. That's the mission of TBS New Direction today. We're giving back, and we're trying to give back the best way we can.
Wow. So the 17th.
Right, come on, stand next to me, Frida.
The 17th Division, where was that at?
Well, the 17th Division, I'm not an original member when I first joined the Spades, I was in the 14th division.
Okay.
And that was in Patterson, Mott Haven housing.
Mott Haven.
Mott Haven, yeah. And 17th came off Brook Avenue. But once the 17th came, they got ran off of Brook Avenue because they was fighting all the Puerto Ricans on Brook Avenue. So they ran them off. They came up into the projects. And the 17th was a powerful division.
Right, I always heard about that.
And what happened was that when Coke became the supreme, when Monk gave Coke the supreme power of the South Bronx, he just turned all the divisions into one division, 17th.
So you saying 17th originally started on Brook?
They was on Brook Avenue.
And they had issues with the Spanish, Puerto Ricans?
They was fighting the bachelors and all of that. So, and then they survived a number of years fighting them.
Wow.
But this last war they got the building burned down. So it's not like they got ran out because they ran them out. They got ran out because they didn't have nowhere to stay no more. So they came over to the projects. And once they came to the projects, and the 14th and the 17th, united together. But then once Coke got supreme power, he just basically made it one division. It didn't make no sense to have all those different divisions in one area. So everybody in that area, you had Millbrook, Patterson, Jackson, Mott Haven. Okay, so what he did was just change, and the 14th was a large, 14th division had about 6 different chapters in each project. So what Coke did is just brought everybody together under one division, where it was the 17th.
So you see all those projects over there? Yeah. All right, I'm coming. So you say all those projects over there? What's that?
Millbrook,
was the
Jackson,
14th?
Mott Haven. 14th.
There was chapters within the 14th.
I was the president of Chapter 1 of the 14th Division. That was in Mott Haven. The original division of 14th Division was our president was John Jones. They were from Patterson. When I came out of Mott Haven, so I became the president of Chapter 1. Then you had on Millbrook, you had Melrose. You understand? You had Mitchells, and we had Spades in all those projects, different chapters. So the 14th Division had, and then we had a chapter in Manhattan on the east side. So you had the 14th Division had about 6, 7 chapters. And then, like I said, once Coconut came in and the rulership down there switched over, he just took everybody and just brought them under one division, which is the 17th. And because I was such a, listen, I've always been a person to speak. So they just brought me into the main 17th and made me spokesman. That's how I got the title of Supreme Spokesman, not President, Supreme Spokesman of the South Bronx, because the 17th was a supreme division.
That had so much power back then, so much unity.
Well, the unity, let me tell you something. The unity today and back then is so much different. Because see, you and I back then, even my sister, as a Spade sister, she wasn't a Spade back then, but she's the secretary from TBS New Direction. And let me tell you something, back then we knew everybody. I mean, when I say knew everybody, we slept in each other's houses. We knew everybody's mothers. I mean, we knew each other. We slept on each other. We fought on each other. I knew your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. I knew if you was a pedophile. I knew if you was a rapist. I knew if you was no good. Today, brothers and sisters don't know who they with until something occurred. And then next thing you know, now you found out that who you think someone was isn't.
The unity of the Spades in the 70s, what would you say broke that up? Was it
time?
They got older, you saying?
Time. In 1974, I went upstate. I did my first bid in 74. And when I went upstate in 74, and when I came back, the Spades were gone. Now you had crews, and you had 140th crew. You had the Cypress crew. You had the Casanovas. The Casanova crew. So when I came home, the Casanova crew was in Patterson Projects, and a brother that's dead now, Peanut, who was a Spade, he was more or less one of the leaders. He wasn't the founders of the Casanova, but he was one of the leaders of the Casanovas. And
what year you came back?
I came back home in 76. I only did 18 months. I went
and the
away.
Spades was basically over?
All games were gone. All games
was
gone when I came back home. You had a few diehards that would never take them colors off, but basically the gangs wearing the colors was gone. Yeah, like I said, you still had your diehards, but the colors was gone. There were now crews And that's what, like I said, when I came home, that's when these crew things was going on.
Cool. The Casanovas, can you give me a little history on that real quick?
Well, the Casanovas, the Casanovas were breakdancers.
Breakdancers.
They came out of Patterson Project. Some of them were young spades. And when I came home, Peanut, who was one of the leaders in the Black Spades, he was running with them, and then he became the president of the
Peanut
Casanova.
broke down? He was a dancer? He wasn't a dancer.
He didn't break dance.
Right, okay.
Peanut couldn't even stand up straight.
Okay.
God bless his little soul.
Okay.
But this is when we started. We got introduced to Grandmaster Flash in the 70s, around 77, 76, and we started doing security. Casanova started doing security, and Peanut got killed 77, 78. After Peanut got killed, next thing I know, I didn't even ask for the position. I was in my bed sleeping, and somebody knocked on my door one day and said, "Tiny, they want to talk to the head of the Casanovas." I said, "Well, go find them boys." He told me I was the head of the Casanovas, and that's how I became head of the Casanovas, because of my speaking ability and because they looked up to me, because, you know, I was not only an ex-spade, but because my thing was, man, it's like I've always lived by the pen. Don't ever get me wrong. I picked up the sword when it was necessary.
Right.
But I wasn't raised. I was raised by my mother. She raised 9 of us, and we was taught that the pen was mightier than the sword. But because of how I was, and I wasn't getting high, and everybody was smoking dust and getting reefer all at the time, and I didn't get high, I became head of the Casanovas.
So at that time when you became head, what was they? You said they were still dancing crew?
They wasn't dancing when I took.
It wasn't dancing.
Not when I took.
What was they?
We became a
just
security.
a crew.
And they were. I made the Casanova crew into a powerful security, and we basically worked for almost every different promoter in the Bronx and some in Manhattan. You know, back in those days, a lot of the crews, the DJs and MCs would have their own crew come with them, so they do security on the door. But Casanovas, and I call us the first security of hip hop, and we in the record books, but not as much as we need to. But I call us the first security of hip hop because we got paid.
I got paid.
Nobody, Flash was our group, and that's who we stayed with. But people called us in to work and to monitor and watch their parties.
How many of it was y'all in the
Casanovas are strong, man. But after Peanut died, I cut it down. They were a bunch of young boys. I got rid of 15 and down. You know, 16, because I wasn't trying to run around the street with all them little kids.
You cut it down to 15?
I cut the age. Casanovas was about 200-300 strong.
200-300? From all over that area, you mean?
From the west side.
From the west side.
Casanovas was strong.
Okay, so wait, you saying Casanova started as a dance crew?
They were a dance crew. They were break dancers.
And then you turned it into a security crew.
Peanut was alive, and we all started working with Flash. Okay. And they were still a bunch of break dancers going to the party. But after Peanut died, you know, I basically took it to another level. Basically took them little young boys, shaped them up, and we became a security.
And in '76, you was what? 20 maybe?
No, I'm 62. I ain't shading my age. I'm 62 now. So I was born in '56. So I don't even think I got to go back down.
Okay, you was 20. 56,
about 20,
76.
20. I went upstate when I was 18. About 20, 21. Yeah.
So you was one of the eldest, the oldest?
Of what?
Of the Casanovas.
Shit, I was damn near the elder. I was the elder.
So there was a bunch of teenagers basically.
They were like 16. They were 16. And I think the oldest out of all of them, I think the oldest might have, if I was 21, let's say I was 21 back then, I think the oldest might have been about 18. They were babies, man. They were still babies, but they were babies that were strong babies. And they were babies that were some fighting babies. But I had to take that fight out. I didn't take it out of them. I just showed them how to use it in another, and to turn that energy, all that negative energy into a positive. We got money, but we still had to fight. We had to fight for respect, though.
So Flash was one of your clients?
Flash was the only brother that we ever worked with.
Oh, he was okay.
We're the only brother we traveled and worked with constantly. We worked for other groups, but we didn't work. Flash was part of the family.
So how long did y'all stay together as a security?
Well, we stayed together until Flash when he signed a contract with Sylvia Robinson.
Until he signed
she didn't have no use for us because she had her own people, and that was it.
So when he made that big record, The Message?
We was there. I was there for a couple of his records. They held on to us for a long time, but they couldn't keep us because the company didn't want us. The company didn't need us. It's not like they got rid of us, but the company didn't need us because, you know, the company got their own people. They ain't trying to give away no money. So after they started making their records, that was the end of that. That was the end of it.
And you just disbanded as a security?
Well, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe in hip hop.
You didn't believe in it?
I was just getting money. I did not believe in hip hop. I didn't believe in the MCs. I didn't believe in the DJs.
Right.
And see, in my time, the MCs were the life of the parties. No, but today it's a DJ world.
Okay.
Everybody thought back then that the MCs was a highlight. But I wasn't. I can't bust a beat. I can't bust a dance. After it was over for me. You know, and I ain't gonna go into everything we went into, but we went into different phases of life.
Right.
Some good, some not good.
That was the 80s by then. That was the 80s.
80s, right. No, in the 80s, going into the 90s.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, that's a little history there.
Casanova all over. You couldn't stop it.
Casanova all over. You couldn't stop it.
You know, and we bonded with all the crews. The Zulus, Casanova 9 crew, Gestapo. Those are all the brothers that we ran with. Cooley High. Those are all the crews we were all under the umbrella of all Casanovas. So, you know, we did our thing back then. But like I said, hip hop wasn't my world, so I didn't see how powerful it became.
It became, right.
I just actually got back into this life of being around everybody in the last 5 years. Well, 2011 I came out the streets, because I stayed in the street doing other things. I ain't gonna get into all of that.
Right.
And after that, I came back. I went back to school. I got my bachelor's degree. You understand? I put together TBS New Direction. I'm also the owner, co-founder of Blak Space Security, which we have. Sister, like I said, Freedom. She's my secretary for TBS New Direction and Blak Space Security. So we got a few things going on. And like I said from the beginning, all of this is to highlight the Blak Spades, because they were not, and I repeat, they were not to be here as terror. They started this like the Panthers, even like the Bloods and Crips, as an organization trying to provide for their community.
Right.
But like everything else, everything went to hell.
Right.
That's it.
All right. It was good meeting you, brother.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks for the history lesson. Right.
That's a little bit of it. You got it.
Casanova all over. You couldn't stop it.